Hey everybody on YouTube, Karl Alexander here, and in today's video, I'm going to be taking a look at the new Fallout 4 DLC, Automatron. Let's get into it. Fallout 4 Automatron was released on March 22nd, 2016 for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Windows PCs. Automatron is the first in a series of 3 Fallout 4 DLC packs that were announced by Bethesda Game Studios earlier this year. The DLC adds a new questline, new robot building mechanics, weapons, armor, and more. Its launch price is $10. Once Automatron is loaded, the DLC starts as a new quest and adds a distress signal station to your Pip-Boy. When you follow the signal, you will encounter several hostile robots attacking another robot named Ada. Once you deal with the hostiles, Ada will reveal her entire caravan was wiped out by the Mechanist, a comic book villain type who has sent hordes of robots into the Commonwealth to bring an age of peace. Ada wants vengeance, and from there you set off to stop the Mechanist. I'm not going to go in depth about the story of Automatron, considering it's only about 3 hours long, but I would say it's a story with a lot of missed opportunity. I'm not saying it's bad, it just left me wishing this was a more substantial DLC. Right as the story gets interesting, it's over, and then it's back to life in the wasteland. The Mechanist is a great character idea returning from Fallout 3, and it's even better if you show up in the Silver Shroud costume. The two quests seem designed to follow one another. The dialogue you get between the Mechanist and Silver Shroud is great, but sadly it's incredibly short.
It is you who have fallen, Mechanist.
Lies, Shroud. Lies!
Something I do appreciate about the story is the amount of backstory inside the Mechanist's lair. The Mechanist robots use robo-brains, which any Fallout fan would recognize. A very good backstory is told through the environment and work terminals. It paints a very dark but funny look at the creation of the robo-brain itself. I love these little Easter eggs and story bits that are told through exploring the levels themselves. Besides the quest, the main element of the DLC is robots. Automatron opens up a new robot workshop where you can design and customize your own Automatron companion. This also includes modifying previous companions like Codsworth and new ones like Ada. The mechanics work very similar to other crafting benches and systems in Fallout 4. You build the workshop, pick what you want to make, and use all your junk to make it. Everything is integrated into the parts you already use, so besides the plans for the parts, you won't need anything except a few certain perks and junk. It feels like a very cohesive addition to the game. If you had never played Fallout 4, it would appear to be just another crafting station. It's also nice that Bethesda filled the locations of Automatron with crafting supplies, so you won't have to dip into your stash to experience the new building mechanics. The crafting itself is really cool, and I feel like I haven't even scratched the surface of it. Considering you need certain perks for certain modifications to your Automatrons, I'll have to wait, but from what I've seen, it's a surprisingly deep addition. I figured there would be a handful of ways to build your Automatron, but not only are there several body types, there are also a lot of voices you can give them, and a ton of weapon mods to choose from. With the focus on robots also comes new enemies. The new enemies are cool, but if you look beyond the actual change in 3D models, they act like a replacement for other enemies already in the game. For example, some charge at you like feral ghouls, and others just chill in the background like raiders. So you're not really getting anything new in the terms of AI, but I'll admit the new enemies are a good change of pace visually. After the update, I saw an increase in frame rate stability, though these changes should also help people without the DLC. Bugs were still pretty common. Watching my robot buddy Larry fall and try to catch up with me was funny, but sad to see the same old companion bugs plaguing the game. Also, the robot workshop had some trouble with displaying the actual robots. Several times after applying a certain upgrade, the body of the robot completely disappears. It's easily fixed by exiting the workshop and restarting, but it's pretty annoying. Automatron is a good start for Fallout 4's DLC. It's a nice addition, but is in no way a must-have. If you like the concept of crafting robot companions to fight for you, it's pretty fun and adds something to keep you busy as more content rolls out. However, if you like interesting quests and story, with only a few new locations and a single scene of good dialogue, it's a hard sell for $10. And if you're a big Fallout 4 fan, you already have the season pass, so you're getting it whether you like it or not. I'm still on the fence about how DLC works these days. In many ways, we get more varied content that caters to different audiences. But if that content is watered down, does variety really matter? I personally prefer more traditional expansions instead of small additions that play like really well-made mods. I've enjoyed Automatron, but not for as long as I was hoping to. Okay everybody, that was my video for this week. I hoped you liked it. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, I think you know what to do. Leave me a comment in the comment section and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this one in the future. Coming up next week, I'm going to have a review of the VR title, Adrift. This game came out on desktop and VR. I played it on the Oculus Rift DK2, so not the consumer Oculus Rift, but it'll be the first VR game that I've reviewed in the first full VR experience I've had. So hope you enjoy that one, and I'll see you then.